Smile and wave, boys. Most girls my age keep up with the latest hair fashion for appearance as well as practicality. Magazines and articles online show off some of the coolest ways to style hair. Most of these styles involve a braid of some sort. According to naturalhomeremedies.com, braids aren't created just for looks, but are also beneficial to the health and strength of the hair. Braids offer long hair's arrest from effects of chemical products, harsh weather, environmental pollutants, and daily styling. But in order to recreate these styles and receive the benefits a braid offers your hair, you must know how to braid. Learning how to braid is a very easy process, and I will explain how to do so in 3 simple steps. Braiding does not require any expert skills, but it does require patience and focus. With these steps and a little practice, you will be braiding hair without any issues. To get started, you'll need a brush, a comb, and a ponytail holder. Next, you'll need to decide where you want the braid. To start, for the French braid, you'd want to start at the top of the hair, or for a regular braid, which is what I'm going to do, you'll start at the middle. First, you're going to want to section off your hair into 3 even sections. It's important to keep the sections even so the braid doesn't look lopsided and looks even down the back of your neck. After you have your 3 even sections, you'll need to make sure that you have a firm grip on each section with both of your hands. To start the braid, you'll want to cross over one of the side sections over the middle and then trade places with it. Then you'll take the opposite side and cross that with the new middle piece and do the same thing. You'll want to continue the same pattern down the hair until you reach where you want to stop. Once you've found a stopping place, you'll want to tie your hair off with a ponytail holder. Like this. Once you feel more confident with your braiding ability, you can try more complex braids, like the French braid. In a French braid, you start at the top of the head versus the middle of the head. I'm going to undo this and start closer to the top of her head. In a French braid, you want to start and section about half of the hair off and then divide it into the same 3 sections and cross over each side with the middle. And then once you get back to the starting side, you'll add hair from this side. And it's important to make sure that you add in even amounts of hair on each side to make sure that the sections remain somewhat of the same size. And as you go down the head, you just keep adding in pieces and crossing over, keeping the same rhythm that you learned earlier with the regular braid. Just gonna keep going down her head. And then once you've added all the hair from the top of her head, you want to just continue a regular braid down the back for as long as, or however long you want the braid to be. And tie it off to make sure that it stays like this. And along with French braids, you can do other braids, starting like adding pieces of hair or braiding pieces of hair from the top of the head and then just adding them in to make it look more intricate, or to keep the hair completely down and then braid around the crown of the head like this. Starting on one side and dividing it into the same 3 pieces and repeating the same pattern. Once your hands get a feel for the rhythm of braiding, it's easier to go faster. And braid this long enough to be able to wrap around one half of the head. Like this. And then, again on the other side, grabbing around the same amount of hair. And dividing it into 3 even sections again. And crossing over with the same pattern. Down And this one, if it's on the side that you part your hair on, it'll be longer than the opposite side. And then pull them together in the middle and tie it off. Like that. Learning how to braid is an easy process that enables you to do multiple hairstyles with braids in it, but they don't all have to look the same. And you just have to remember that the pattern or the rhythm that you keep is really important, and it also makes it easier to braid faster and get everything done faster. And also keeping the sections the same size and continuing the same section size throughout the entire braid. And once you feel confident with your braiding skills, you can enjoy the benefits that a braid has to offer.